Cheers, guys. Epix 911, welcome to the Elitist Geek. I just had the absolute most intense virtual reality experience that I've had so far to date, bar frickin' none. Absolutely amazing. And not for lack of you guys trying to tell me, just trying to fit in time to try this stuff. And I'm not going to rehash the whole early access. I think those of you who watch my videos, you know what my complaints are, that it's not early access in general. But, well, let's not even go there right now. But suffice it to say, raw data or raw data, whatever the hell you want to call it, guys, amaze balls. Freaking awesome. Like, that was probably the most wicked, freaking immersive experience I've had so far. And I know I've said that and I'm repeating myself. It was that good. Now, not a review, just my first impressions, all right? Honestly, 30 minutes. That's all I've done of this game. So you appear, and the whole thought, let's just start with this. The whole thought through my mind was, okay, this is a wave shooter. Been there, done that, wore the shirt, you know, whatever. Throw your best at me. Those were honestly my thoughts. As the game was installing and loading, I wasn't expecting much. And that's probably what made it have such a freaking intense impression on me, is it went way over my expectations. So the first thing you're greeted with, guys, are pretty much triple A polish in terms of how things look. This is a sexy looking game. Anything that's out. Okay, Vanishing Realms has that nice World of Warcraft style cartoony look. You know, there's some cell shaded style demos that are out there. I'm just trying to think if there's anything that's had the realism impression that this has had. I mean, Elite is kind of fantastical, but it's space, right? And interior spaceships. It does that cool, but it's kind of a low gamma setting environment, right? Brightness is meant to be down, and the main color is meant to come from nebula, you know, supernova stars, that sort of thing. Not kind of the models themselves, but in raw data, holy crap, beautiful polish. And super demanding. Holy shit. So you guys know the system I have. It's a 6600K. It's no slouch. I've got this machine running at about 4.5 gigahertz with the 1080, with the HTC Vive, and the auto settings in the game were basically set to low with a few on medium, and it was only, I think, the draw distance that was set to epic. So right away I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. You know, this is obviously the default. Not for people who have this card. So I kind of, start clicking, expecting things to look better, which they did. Oh my God, did they start looking better. But I got the telltale signs of a virtual experience that was well and above. I didn't even think to check the frame rate. I'm going to go back and do that after this video. Let's just say I dropped from 90 frames per second very freaking quickly. Tinkered with that a bit, found a happy medium, and in that happy medium, it is still fantastic to look at. All right, so you get that. It looks great. Thanks, Epix. Move on. I will. So you go through a training scenario, and all the while, you're looking at your hands. Now, it's the same skinny dude that modeled for Elite Dangerous. He's doing this. So he's modeling for both, because the guy weighs maybe 90 pounds soaking wet. Look at me. I'm not 90 pounds soaking wet. So immediately, and that's not a bad thing, it made it believable that I'm this kind of alter ego cybernetic freak show that only weighs 90 pounds, right? Because I got all these cool implants and stuff. The way they handle the hand system, it's the typical complaint that I have with the Vive controller in general. I was just looking for it, and that's the one-click claw type action, right? But it works really well within this game. your hands are smaller than you would like to scale. And again, that's just, I was so overwhelmed by the experience. I didn't think about all those little things, right? Can I scale it a little bit? Because that would be the one thing that detracted a little bit from the immersion, at least initially, was looking at my hands and seeing them noticeably smaller. Like, yeah, I've got pretty big club hands, right? But come on, these are dainty little things. Like, they were literally 50% the size of my claws, right? So, other than that, though, flawless. It uses the teleportation system with a twist, kind of a sprint action happens. So when you release, instead of being there, it's almost as if it's a ability of yours to just move fast, right? You can accelerate, almost like the Flash. It has that effect of motion to the spot. Once you commit, though, that's it. It's not like you're able to steer this, right? It's committed, then you get that Flash style effect. So I finished the training, guys, and you go down this elevator shaft. So the way you interact has been pretty typical. It's hover junker style interaction with taking something out and putting it into, a key style socket. Right. Been there, done that. Nothing super impressive. The combat, though, holy cow. And this is where, I'm almost ashamed of my statement about it's just a wave shooter. No, man, this breathes new life into wave shooters. This is like Galaga arcade wave shooting 2016 style. Like, it brought me back to exactly that adrenaline pounding. Horde Z is the only game that probably freaked me out more because, again, you're seeing those textures up close. It's Doom 3D style graphics in Hordes, right? But it's very... Look, it works. It's very realistic. That Doom 3 level up close, scaled, and unlike this game where things are a little on the dainty side, in Horde Z, they're larger than life. So female zombies are 7 feet tall, males are 8, and then you got these behemoth troll zombie types that basically look like elephants, right? They're just massive. But in this game, yeah, they kind of, the robots, easily that kind of level of detail. So I would say, Doom 3 probably meets, circa 2013, 2014 kind of graphics. They're good textured polygons, but in a VR environment, they just work so well. You still want to try to maintain that 90 frames per second, but oh my God, okay, I got to finish my initial train of thought. Again, I am still stunned from the experience, guys. It's literally been 10 minutes removed, right? The combat. So you get, as part of that wave game style, you get Terminator style robots that basically come out of, and nobody's going to get this reference, but I'm going to go there anyways. Ark in Space, Doctor Who, Tom Baker, first season. It's basically a space station with a bunch of cryo-stored humans, right? That's what the robotic thing looked like, coming out of these things. So they come at you. I was basically overwhelmed. At first, I was turned around. I'm thinking, this is freaking great. The pistol, the physics, the accuracy, the targeting that I talked about just in Vanishing Realms, how more specific they could get targeting, they've done in this game, right? Headshots instantly take out the robot, shoulder, chest. They kind of, body check into it and keep coming. So I've got what I think is one side cleared. I turn around. There's a robot in my face. Reaches back for a punch. I could feel the punch. The connection in my brain was so intense. I could literally feel the punch. And it stunned me. Literally, that fight or flight primal instinct that we have as humans hit me. Except I was stuck somewhere in between. I didn't quite get fight, and I didn't quite get flight. I got stunned, which is kind of the third option, right? I turn slightly, still reeling from that blow. Another robot hits me. I'm feeling the pummeling shots, figuratively. But trust me, the brain connection was so intense. I didn't need no rumble pack to feel that. That's how awesomely realistic. It was. This is a game, after this video, I'm going to go instantly back to. It was that good. And if it's that good this early, I just hope, please, devs, whatever you do, you've got such awesome polish so far and it's early access. See this through. Finish this, because so far it's amazeballs. Now, is it going to last 5 minutes more only and then the game's over? Could be. I don't know. I've only, when I say I played 30 minutes, that was going through the tutorials, tweaking the settings, getting used to the environment, and then the last 3, 4, 5 minutes maybe was the actual game playing, right? So yeah, it could be hella short. I'm going to look into that. But even if it isn't, the price that I paid for the experience that I got no problem with that. Absolutely none. Sell me a carnival style game where I'm throwing darts at balloons and I'm paying that amount. Hell yeah, I got a problem. Because expectations, presence, everybody's got to make a living, granted, but it needs to be more polished. Take a note from these guys, okay? This felt AAA, it felt polished. I can't wait to play more, and I can't wait to see how long it is. I have no idea, on purpose. I researched enough to talk about it in a news video. You guys have been blowing your mind over it, telling me to try it. So I didn't want to taint that. I wanted the raw kind of feel. I haven't even looked up a YouTube video. I wanted it all to be a surprise. And anybody watching this, do the same. If you haven't checked out a YouTube video yet, you've got a Vive, play this game. Spend the money. This is worth the price of admission. It's like that first time trying IMAX or whatever, right? That first time was probably pretty awesome. And then after that, subsequent showings, kind of meh. This managed, even though I've been using VR for the last 6 weeks, to reel me right back in by the short and curlies, full hardcore on. So seriously, guys, you want immersive? Give this a shot. You want to scare the crap out of one of your buddies? Let them play this. Set them up for that robot onslaught, or her up for that robot onslaught. All right, guys. Wow. Seriously. Again, just first look, first impressions, no review. Could turn to complete and utter horse crap within 5 minutes or end in 2. I don't know. Stay tuned. I will do a way more in-depth, full analysis when I actually finish the damn thing. So there you go, guys. Up next is news, or before, depending what order you're watching this, but I played this before I actually recorded the news. Cheers, guys.